Utilitarianism essay. Essay on utilitarianism for students and children in English. Utilitarianism usually uses actions that maximize the happiness and well-being of an individual. It is a version of consequentialism, which means that the consequence of any action are either right or wrong. It considers all the interests of humans in an equal manner. With utilitarianism, an action seems to be morally right or wrong. The concept of utilitarianism was first looked into keenly by Jeremy Bentham. He was an English philosopher, and he believed that his happiness is the only true good, and that is the only truth that exists. Bentham's form of utilitarianism is known as classic utilitarianism today. According to Bentham, the morally right action had the most net happiness for everyone. To determine which action was morally correct, a person had to add up all units of happiness and had to subtract all kinds of sadness that the action would create. Modern utilitarianism has two forms. They are act utilitarianism and rule utilitarianism. Classic utilitarianism created by Bentham leads to act utilitarianism. The concept of act utilitarianism means that each time an action is decided upon, that particular event is completely different than any other action that are needed to be calculated. Rule utilitarianism, on the other hand, is the morally correct action that one follows as a general rule. Following these rules brings great happiness. The ultimate goal of utilitarianism, be it act utilitarianism or rule utilitarianism, is to bring happiness. It is a moral theory that denotes that one should aim to maximize utility whenever possible. Utilitarianism is about people who care about everyone, capable of suffering and capable of making their lives better by improving them. It also refers to those actions that maximize pleasure and minimize pain. This theory is based on the elucidation that a consequence of an action justifies the moral acceptability of means to reach an end, and the results of the action outweigh any other consideration. Utilitarianism believes that sacrificing one man to save a community is the right choice because the happiness of a whole bunch of people is being maximized. Utilitarianism does not take into account personal relationships. It is the duty of every person following utilitarianism to help people without thinking about the consequences. Utilitarianism is based on three principles, which are as follows. Happiness or pleasure is the only thing that holds intrinsic value. All actions that promote happiness are correct, and the actions that are not right. Everyone's happiness counts equally. Utilitarianism in socio-political construct aims for the betterment of society as a whole. It is a reason-based approach that determines the right and the wrong. It also has certain limitations based on the consequences of the situation. In the world of business and commerce, utilitarianism holds the most ethical choice that a person will produce the greatest good for the greatest number. If a limitation is applied to utilitarianism, it tends to create a black and white construct of mortality. There are no shades of gray in utilitarianism. It is either black or white.